Ninth degree black belt, Grandmaster Hang Lee, president and founder of Songahm Taekwondo and the ATA Black Belt Academies, proudly presents The Way of Traditional Taekwondo, Volume 4, Camel Belt. This is the fourth tape in a collection of reference materials covering the complete style of Songahm Taekwondo. It has been designed to reinforce the materials that students learn from their instructors while attending classes. We strongly emphasize that this tape is not a replacement for practice sessions in the classroom. Volume 4 of The Way of Traditional Taekwondo was developed for the 6th grade Camel Belt student.
Hi, my name is Master Steve Westbrook from Kansas City, USA. Congratulations on reaching your 4th level of your Taekwondo journey. You are no longer considered a beginner. You have advanced yourself to the intermediate stages. As an intermediate student, you have achieved a new rank and a new level of responsibility. It's time to study hard and often. You are now a role model for all new beginners. As for juniors, it's a great time to inquire with your instructor on the Junior Leadership Program. Helping others is a great quality for becoming an AT instructor.
This tape is designed to help you learn and retain the Camel Belt material. The quicker you learn the material, the more time you and your instructor can spend fine-tuning the quality of your techniques. As quality of technique improves, so will your confidence and abilities. Confidence can help prepare you for success in testings, tournaments, and your everyday life. Attend classes and follow the direction of your instructor. Read the Way encyclopedias and watch the Way videos. Use all of the reference materials made available to you by the innovator of modern martial arts, Grandmaster Hang Lee. The combination of these materials truly offers you a path to success. Philosophy. The symbolic interpretation for the camel belt is, the sapling is hidden amongst the taller pines and must now fight its way upwards. The sapling or small pine tree has found itself dwarfed by the larger trees in the forest. It must now struggle to find its place among these trees. This struggle is also very similar to that of the camel belt student who works to find his or her position in their school and the art of Taekwondo. Types of movements. In this section, we will discuss the new types of movements for the camel belt student. 2 of the new movements relate to kicks. They are the reverse and spin movements. Reverse and spin refer to both the type of movement executed during a turn kick and the placement of the kicking foot after the kick is executed. Reverse refers to the turning motion of 180 degrees with the kicking foot landing towards the opponent. Spin refers to the turning motion of 360 degrees with the kicking foot landing away from the opponent. The double step in Songahm 4 allows quick movement from one point to another without having to change the position of the body. The use of the double step for sparring will be discussed in more detail later in the tape. To maintain consistency when chambering twin techniques, follow this rule of thumb. If stepping into the technique with the left foot, chamber the left arm to be the most visible. The opposite would be true of the right side. It's always a good idea to review your past material. The physical demands of Taekwondo gradually increase as you advance in rank. So it becomes very important to establish a strong foundation of good basics early on in your career. Make a habit out of studying both the Way tapes and videos on a regular basis. Stances. At the camel belt level, there are no new stances to introduce. However, there is a new ready position. Up until now, the ready position that you used was called the natural ready position. Your new ready position is simply called the regular ready position. While stepping out with the left foot, place both fists in front of the solar plexus with the palms facing the body. As the foot steps into place, move the hands downward to a position in front of the knot of the belt. The position between the knot and both fists should create a triangle representing the physical, mental, and emotional attributes of Taekwondo. The arms should form a circle representing the circle of life. Please consult with your instructor and the Way of Traditional Taekwondo volumes for a detailed review of stances. Strikes and blocks. There are no new strikes and only one new block to be discussed in this section. This is because much time is needed to perfect the newly introduced reverse side kick and the complex combinations of Songahm 4. At the camel belt level, it is important to begin executing your techniques more realistically. As you begin sparring, you will find that slow, technically perfect techniques will not be adequate when responding to a fast, reflexive sparring attack. The new block for camel belts is an advanced version of the white belt inner forearm block. It is performed basically in the same manner. However, both arms are executing this technique. Prepare for this technique by standing in a parallel stance. Cross your arms until they touch at the area between the wrist and elbow. In this case, the left hand will be most visible to you. Pull the elbows away from each other while rotating the arms as if they were mirroring each other. Twist the arms and block with the inner portion of the forearms. The twin inner forearm block can also be used as a breakaway technique to defend against a double lapel grab. Prepare to execute the technique before the lapels are grabbed. Remember, to develop maximum efficiency in your basic techniques, you must pay close attention to the components of each movement. Kicks. The reverse side kick is the new kick introduced at the camel belt level. It is simply an advanced version of the white belt side kick. Some argue that turning your back to an opponent during a confrontation is too dangerous. However, the velocity of the turn, coupled with the surprise of the attack, makes this kick not only safe, but extremely powerful. Before we begin breaking down the kick, let's review some key points to remember as you practice the technique. Don't telegraph your actions. Keep your hands up. Quickly focus on the target before you kick. Maintain proper upper body position. And don't over-rotate your body. The components of the reverse side kick are the same as other kicks. Begin the kick by stepping into a sparring stance. The reverse action begins in the upper body. Turn and focus on the target, and without pausing, chamber the kick. Allow the body to complete its rotation and execute the technique. Rechamber the kick and return it to the ground. Here's a training tip designed to develop the muscles used to properly lift and execute your turning kick. Stand next to a chair in a sparring stance, turn your body and focus on your target. Lift your knee, keep your ankle and foot parallel to the ground, and prepare the leg to kick. Execute the kick by extending over the chair and towards the target. Return your foot to the starting position. Grandmaster Lee recommends reading more about turning kicks in Volume 4 of The Way of Traditional Taekwondo. Form. Songahm 4 changes the direction in which you will initially move on the Songahm star. You will begin facing east, but the form itself will begin taking its first actions towards the north. Songahm 4 has 8 phases, lettered A, B, C, D, B opposite, C opposite, D opposite, and A opposite. Phase A, twin inner forearm block, left punch, right punch. Phase B, double outer forearm block, number 2 right round kick, left reverse side kick, left back fist strike. Phase C, right low block, right inner forearm block, left reverse punch, number 2 left side kick, left knife hand strike. Phase D, twin inner forearm block, number 3 left jump front kick, number 2 right front kick. Phase B opposite, double outer forearm block, number 2 left round kick, right reverse side kick, right back fist strike. Phase C opposite, left low block, left inner forearm block, right reverse punch, number 2 right side kick, right knife hand strike. Phase D opposite, twin inner forearm block, number 3 right jump front kick, number 2 left front kick, double outer forearm block. Phase A opposite, twin inner forearm block, right punch, left punch. Begin Songahm 4 in the at ease position. Relax in this position until given the next command. 차렷, 연예, 준비, 시작. Songahm 4 has 31 movements and 2 giops. The giops are performed during movements 7 and 24. 바로 쉬어. Free sparring. In this section, sparring takes on a new look. No longer is it a predetermined series of movements, but a fluid and reflexive response against an unplanned attack. It is very important that you feel comfortable as you become introduced to the more aggressive side of Taekwondo. A solid knowledge of the advanced arm base and the use of the blocking grid can help you to achieve this comfort. The advanced arm base is the suggested hand position to maintain during free sparring. Hands should be in tight fist, held just below eye level, with approximately 1 shoulder's width from the left fist to the right fist. The blocking grid allows each arm to cover its own specific areas. An arm must stay in its designated quadrant and should not cross into one for which it is not assigned to defend. The body is divided into 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, left and high. Quadrant 2, right and high. Quadrant 3, left and low. Quadrant 4, right and low. Here are a couple of drills to help you to become more comfortable when using the blocking grid. Have a partner call out the quadrant number and respond as quickly as possible with the proper technique. Next, have your partner attack different quadrants, allowing you time to respond with the proper block. Gradually speed up the exercise until your responses become reflexive. Sparring can be divided into 3 basic sections: blocking and moving, combinations, and countering. Blocking and moving utilize the blocking grid, movement patterns, and evasion techniques. Since we have already studied the blocking grid, let's focus upon movement and evasion. Movement and evasion are based upon 4 V-in and V-out patterns. Number 1, steps with the left foot forward to V into the left of your opponent. Number 2, steps with the right foot forward to V into the right of your opponent. Number 3, steps with the left foot back to V out to the left of your opponent. Number 4, steps with the right foot back to V out to the right of your opponent. The second section of sparring relates to the use of combinations. Combinations usually utilize more than 3 techniques before stopping momentum. Countering is the third section of sparring. Countering combines the skills of blocking and movement with combinations and proper timing. Your one-steps contain a combination of all the skills being performed at an intermediate level. Training tips. Here are 2 more basic types of evasive movements that you can practice: singular evasion and double steps. Singular evasion lets you evade while keeping you within counter-striking distance. Your opponent attacks, you evade, the attacker becomes vulnerable, and you are there to counterattack. Single evasion techniques include number 1, ducking down, number 2, moving to the left, number 3, moving to the right, number 4, shifting back. Duck down, move left, move right, shift back. Singular evasion techniques can and should be combined with other types of sparring movements. Double steps allow quick adjustments of distance in relation to that of your opponent. During sparring competition, double steps can even help you to maintain ring control. The most common double steps are double stepping forward. The back foot moves to the front foot, then the front foot moves forward. Double stepping backward. The front foot moves to the back foot, then the back foot moves back. One-step sparring. At the camel belt level, you begin practicing an intermediate form of one-step sparring. You must keep your hands in the sparring position at all times and execute techniques more like actual sparring than one-steps. Correct distance, accuracy, direction, and timing are also key components to good one-steps. It's important to demonstrate courtesy and respect before beginning your one-step sparring. Proper one-step protocol is to face your partner, bow, shake their hand, and finally assume the regular ready position. Now you are ready to begin your one-steps. Number 1, evade. Number 1, front kick, back fist. Number 1, side kick, reverse side kick. Number 2, evade, inner crescent kick, reverse side kick, reverse punch, punch, adjust distance, number 1 jump front kick. Number 3, evade, half low block, outer crescent kick, inner crescent kick, outer crescent kick, reverse punch, number 2 round kick. Paro. Show. Sparring segments. Sparring segments are a combination of techniques that can be used to develop your sparring skills. Practice these flowing techniques on both left and right sides. Number 1, punch, number 3 round kick, reverse punch. Number 2, punch, double step, reverse punch, number 3 jump front kick, reverse punch. Number 3, sparring stance, switch stances, number 3 outer crescent kick, reverse punch, number 2 round kick, reverse punch. Self-defense. The moves of self-defense are not to be practiced like one-step sparring or forms. Self-defense is not restrained to stances or body positions. Practice the movements from different angles and positions to become efficient in your self-defense applications. Number 1, distraction technique, jugular notch strike, and follow-up. Follow-ups include front and jump front kicks. Number 2, trap hand, jugular notch strike, brachial plexus strike, and follow-up. Follow-ups include round kick and reverse punch. This is the end of Volume 4, The Way of Traditional Taekwondo. Hi, I'm Rick Hebert, Vice Chairman of Instruction for the American Taekwondo Association. I'm sure one of your Taekwondo goals is to achieve your black belt. So if you haven't done so already, schedule a time to meet with your instructor and set the date that you'll achieve your black belt. After setting that date, I'm sure you're going to perform at a much higher level than ever before. You see, goal setting works that way. So make a date with your black belt. And believe me, that's one date you won't want to miss. Now here's some more words and actions from Master Steve Westbrook and Mrs. Daphne Howard.
Wow, that was fun. Mrs. Howard and myself hope you really enjoyed the tape. You need to train hard and make sure you're prepared for the next testing. Ask your instructor about any seminars or clinics that will help you advance your training. Also ask him about your training program to become an instructor. There are many opportunities to become an instructor. I hope you enjoy the tape, and I'll see you soon at the next ATA event. Thank you.
cheek. And I went, well, his nose is awful soft. Yeah.
Ask your instructor about any seminars or clinics that will help advance your training. Also, ask your instructor about future training programs that will help you in whatever I'm getting ready to try to say, because I'm messing up. I can't believe I did that. It's the ladybug thing that messed me up. Okay, I'm going to do it again. Coming at you. Wow, coming at you.